Hello, everyone. We have a very small audience here tonight, which is great. Nice to see some familiar faces. Thanks for coming out and thanks for tuning in at home. Especially if you're back in Ireland and you've stayed up till 1 a.m., which I think my parents may have done again. So, hello, Mum and Dad. I'm going to mute this. It would be great if you could share this stream on your pages and with your friends and try to get some folks in here. And feel free to send in some requests. I see Roger Anderson is looking for Dublin Blues, so why don't I start with that? I haven't sang that in a while. Guy Clark has become a bit of a hero of mine since moving here, so I love singing this one. The first time I heard it, I thought it was just perfect for me to cover, and I've been singing it ever since. I learned it from Chris Gage in Austin at Don's Depot. And this is for you, Roger, and the Andersons in Austin. I was in Austin, in the chilly parlor bar, drinking Mad Dog margaritas, not caring where you are. And here I sit in Dublin, rolling cigarettes, holding back and choking back the shakes with every breath. So forgive me all my anger, forgive me all my faults. There's no need to forgive me for thinking what I thought. I loved you from the get-go, yeah, I love you till I die. I loved you on the Spanish Steps the day you said goodbye. Well, I'm just a poor boy, work's my middle name. If money was a reason, then I would not be the same. I'll stand up and be counted. I'll face up to the truth. I can walk away from sorrow, but I can't walk away from you. So forgive me all my anger, forgive me all my faults. There's no need to forgive me for thinking what I thought. I loved you from the get-go, yeah, I love you till I die. I loved you on the Spanish Steps the day you said goodbye. Well, I have been to Fort Worth, I have been to Spain, and I have been too proud to come in out of the rain. And I have seen the David, I've seen the Mona Lisa too, and I have heard Doc Watson playing Columbus Stockade Blues. So forgive me all my anger, forgive me all my faults. There's no need to forgive me for thinking what I thought. I loved you from the get-go, yeah, I love you till I die. I loved you on the Spanish Steps the day you said goodbye. and I wished I was in Austin. In the chili parlor bar, drinking Mad Dog margaritas, not caring where you are. Thank you. Woo. It sounds like there's a lot more people here than there really is. Don't worry. It's just because the performance was so good, it warranted that kind of uproar afterwards. Thanks again to the Mucky Duck for having me. I love coming down here. It's always worth the drive, and thanks to you all for tuning in. If you want to support the Mucky Duck, which I'm sure you do, you can buy one of these t-shirts on their website. This is their 30th anniversary t-shirt. They also are still feeding the front lines. You can buy a meal for a frontline worker, and the Mucky Duck will deliver it to them. So you're supporting the frontline workers and the Mucky Duck. What better way is there to spend your money? You can also support me, a well-deserving struggling artist, and we will have some Venmo and PayPal information coming up on the screen. So yeah, thanks for being here. I see Hayden Lindsay is in the crowd. My dad, my mum are tuning in. Can't believe. Do you ever sleep, Mum and Dad? Thank you for staying up. And my dad's looking for Capsize, so I'll do that. No, he's not looking for Capsize. Jim Eisenhower is looking for Capsize, and I will do that for you, Jim. Just got a tune for that one. Also, I know there's some people watching on YouTube, so thanks to you as well. I feel like I ignore the YouTube watchers all the time, but thanks for being here. This one is called Capsize. This is gonna be on my new album that I'm actually recording next week in Nashville. Very excited to go there. I'll tell you more about that later on, but here it is. It's 1:30, it's midday sun, it's let's just get away, it's a midweek holiday, it's a case of wine, name your place and time, it's not security, it's not stability, I don't have money, no place, no plan, but it's better than a smooth ride, better than waiting for low tide, better than watching from ringside, better than taking the fall, better than missing every sunrise, trying not to capsize, it's better than a compromise, better than nothing at all. I'm slow, I can be lazy, I know, but I'm right where I wanna be, so spare me the third degree. I'm the ripple in your drink, I'm a smile that's out of sync, I'm the rainbow at your funeral, I speak in Roman numerals, I'm almost inconsumable, my parachute's on fire, but it's better than a smooth ride, better than waiting for low tide, better than watching from ringside, better than taking the fall, better than missing every sunrise, trying not to capsize, Ah, it's better than a compromise, better than nothing at all. Ah, but you know, like I know, on the bottom of the pyramid, I'm socially inhibited, headstrong, but it's a heavy load when the wolves are at the door. But it's better than a smooth ride, better than waiting for low tide, better than watching from ringside, better than taking the fall, better than missing every sunrise, trying not to capsize. Oh, it's better than a compromise, better than nothing at all. So much better than a smooth ride, better than waiting for low tide, better than watching from ringside, better than taking the fall, better than missing every sunrise, trying not to capsize. Oh, it's better than a compromise, better than nothing at all, better than nothing at all, better than nothing at all. Thank you. Thank you very much. I see Christopher Allen Lane is looking for a John Prine cover, and I'd be happy to do that. I was very, very sad when John Prine passed away. He's one of my biggest heroes, and I've always sang John Prine songs, so I'm gonna do one of my favorites. I think this song has my favorite lyrics ever. It's a simple, important message that we could all do it right now. It's called That's the Way the World Goes Round. That's the way that the world goes round. You're up one day, the next you're down. It's a half an inch of water, you think you're gonna drown. That's the way that the world goes round. Well, I know a guy, he's got a lot to lose. He's a pretty nice fella, he's kinda confused. He's got muscles in his head, ain't never been used. Thinks he owns half of this town. Well, he starts drinking heavy, gets a big red nose, and he beats his old lady with a rubber hose. Then he takes her out to dinner, buys her new clothes. That's the way that the world goes round. That's the way that the world goes round. You're up one day, the next you're down. It's a half an inch of water and you think you're gonna drown. That's the way that the world goes round. Well, I was sitting in the bathtub, counting my toes, when the radiator broke and the ice all froze. I was stuck in the ice, without any clothes, naked as the eyes of a clown. Well, I was crying ice cubes, hoping I'd croak, when the sun came through the window, the ice all broke. Then I stood up and laughed, I thought it was a joke. That's the way that the world goes round. That's the way that the world goes round. You're up one day, and the next you're down. It's a half an inch of water and you think you're gonna drown. That's the way that the world goes round. That's the way that the world goes round. You're up one day, and the next you're down. It's a half an inch of water and you think you're gonna drown. That's the way that the world goes round. That's the way that the world goes round. That's the way that the world goes round.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. And I see Liam Byrne is tuning in. We're not related, but Liam is back in Ireland. It's great to see you here, Liam. We used to play music together a long time ago. I used to play drums in a band for a short time called Scuba Dice, and Liam played bass, and we had some great times. So it's been a while, Liam. I hope you're well. Craig Davis says, don't forget Kerosene, which my dad was asking for. So don't worry, Dad. There's people looking after your interests here. My dad really likes this one. This is one that I wrote very recently. I'm sorry I can't keep up with all the comments, but if I see a request, I will do it. Like I said, I wrote this recently, and this is about the unfortunate kind of undertones of begrudgery that exists back home. Ireland's my favourite country in the world, but it can be a hard place for an artist to express himself, maybe. Some people don't like people getting too big for their boots, and so I wrote this song about that phenomenon. This is called Kerosene. She struggles with anxiety. She's a product of society. She talks about it all in her poetry. And poetry's her lifeblood, but it's always so misunderstood. People say it's bad, she knows it's good. She knows that it's good. Harry's got a new dream. He says he's gonna make it on the silver screen. If he's a movie star, then I'm the queen. And he's always on the back foot. And he listens to the whispers in the neighborhood. People say he can't, he knows he could. He knows that he could. So throw away another journal. Don't stray outside the circle. Who do you think you are? Get your head out the stars. You're staring at another ceiling, crippled by another feeling. Weep it away. Night turns to day. Find your something to say. Where you didn't act like we told you. Didn't love who you're supposed to. Someday the devil's gonna get you. There's no time for laughter. There's no time for happy ever after. When people wanna own you. People wanna own you. And here comes the cavalry in waves of depravity, coming for you, turning the screw to sniff out the blasphemy. Broken scales of morality, draw a line in the sand. Get up and make a stand.
take your place with a dime. And you still got the big dreams. You still think you'll make it on the silver screen. We'll smother that all in kerosene.
Thank you. Felt like I was getting some of Rusty's vertigo there at the end of that. Losing my balance. I see Brandon Paul. I can't read your name from here, Brandon Paul, but that's enough. And I see you're looking for a traditional Irish tune, and I'm going to do that for you. This is one I learned very recently from my friend Jer Maloney. He asked me if I would do it, and I'd never heard it before, but it's a really beautiful song from Ireland that was written around the time of the plantations in Ireland, where people were uprooted from their farms and their land and sent west where the ground was less fertile. And this is a song about the struggles of trying to plough that hard land. Called The Rocks of Byrne. And I don't know who wrote it, but it's one of those old Irish traditional songs that's just simple and gorgeous. I'm going to make sure it's in tune. Come all you loyal heroes and listen unto me. Don't hire with any masters till you know what your work will be. For he will rise you early from the clear daylight till the dawn, and you never will be able to plough the rocks of Byrne. Oh, rise up, gallant Sweeney, and feed your horses hay, and feed them out of lump of oats before you start the day. Don't feed them on soft turnip sprigs that you've grown in yon green lawn, or they never will be able to plough the rocks of Byrne. Well, my curse attend you, Sweeney, for you nearly have me robbed.
You're sitting there by the fireside with your feet up on the hob. You're sitting there by the fire, me boy, from the clear daylight till the dawn, and you never will be able to plow the rocks of Byrne. Oh, I wish the Queen of England would send for me in time and place me in some regiment while I'm still in me prime, and I'd go and fight for Ireland's glory from the clear daylight till the dawn, and I never would return again for to plough the rocks of Byrne.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you, Ted. Just anywhere. And I see my good friends from Colorado, Wolf and Christina, are tuned in. And Mary says hello to both of you. And Christina's looking for this song that I know she likes. And thank you, Christina. This is another recent one of mine. This guitar is not staying in tune for me recently. Here you go, Wolf and Christina.
If you'd have asked me to find a farm to raise some pigs and do no harm, so we could live off the land, walking hand in hand, I would have done it for you. I would have done it for you. And then if you asked me to leave the farm and find a place in Peru and start tending bar down at the Hotel Belmont, so we could be near the Amazon, I would have done it for you. I would have done it for you. I would have done it for you. Anything you want, I give it to you. I give it to you. Anything you need, I give it to you. You know I give it to you. Got lost in a movie screen, I'd hold your hand in every screen. Then when the Reddits rolled, I'd have your name in gold. I would have done it for you. I would have done it for you. And if you're stuck in the woods in a snowstorm without a glove or a hat to keep ourselves warm, I'd lie you down on the ground and wrap myself around you. I'd keep you warm in the night, get you out alive. Yeah, I would have done it for you. I would have done it for you. I would have done it for you. Anything you want, I give it to you. I give it to you. Anything you need, I'd give it to you. You know I'd give it to you. And if you'd have asked me to build a home with 15 rooms just to call our own and fill them up with kids, why don't you pick up the telephone? I would have done it for you. I would have done it for you. I would have done it for you. Don't you say goodbye. Just give me one more try. I would have done it for you. Oh yeah, I would have done that for you. I would have done it for you. Oh yeah, I'd have done that for you. I would have done it for you.
Thank you. We have some requests. Oh, I can do half of those requests. I'm going to do it for you now. Thanks, Rusty. I don't know who requested this, but it's one of my favorite Bob Dylan songs, so I will absolutely do it for you. And after that, I'm going to do a song by my good friend Shawnee Kilgore from Austin. But I'll tell you about that after this. Here's Boots of Spanish Leather for whoever was asking for it.
Oh, I'm sailing away, my own true love. I'm sailing away in the morning. Is there something I can send you from across the sea? From the place where I'll be landing? No, there's nothing you can send me, my own true love. But there's nothing I'm wishing to be owning. Please just carry yourself back to me unspoiled from across that lonesome ocean. Ah, but I just thought you might want something fine, made of silver or of golden, either from the mountains of Madrid or from the coast of Barcelona. Ah, but if I had the stars of the darkest night and the diamonds of the deepest ocean, I'd forsake them all for your sweet kiss. 'Cause that's all I'm wishing to be owning. Yeah, but I might be gone for a long, long time, and it's only that I'm asking, 'cause you might want something to remember me by, to make your time more easy passing. How can you speak to me that way? For it only brings me sorrow. The same thing I would want today, I would want again tomorrow. tomorrow. And then I got a letter on a lonesome day, and it was from her ship, the sailing, saying I don't know when I'll be coming back again. It all depends on how I'm feeling. Well, if you must feel that way, then I'm sure your mind is roaming. I'm sure your thoughts are not with me, but with the country where you're going. So take heed of the western winds, and take heed of the stormy weather. And yes, there is something you could send back to me. Spanish boots of Spanish leather. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. I love that song. It's my favorite breakup song. And here's one from Shawnee Kilgore about not breaking up. If I can find the lyrics here. Shawnee is based in Austin, and she is just a fine songwriter. I love her songs. I was lucky to do a gig with her in Threadgills before, tragically, Threadgills shut down. It was probably one of the last shows there, and I got to play at Shawnee's Wonder What Wednesday residency, where she has a special guest every Wednesday, and they swap songs, and she learns one of your songs and you learn one of her songs, and I learned this one, and I've been singing it ever since because it's just a great song. Hopefully I remember it.
There's a robin singing at your window, telling you the day is good. She says we got a good thing going, and if I could sing a robin song I would. Well, it was morning when I read your letter, and it was evening when I read your face. Well, I guess I made a good impression, and I know I found a real good place. So go ahead and shine your brightest. Go ahead until it's true. Come to bed when you're ready, and sleep well when you do. There are parts of me that I don't know yet. There's a candle I have yet to burn. I don't sleep, and I'm always hungry. I don't know, and yet I always learn. There's a song for every savored moment. There's a penny for our every thought. when I asked for what would make me happy, honey, you were what I got. And I don't have a ring to give you, and I don't have a word to say, but maybe you can help me learn the banjo, and I can help you learn to play. So go ahead and shine your brightest. Go ahead until it's true. Come to bed when you're ready, and sleep well when you do. Go ahead and shine your brightest. Go ahead because it's true. Come to bed when you're ready, and sleep well when you do. And sleep well when you do.
I like letting that buzz hang on there. Sorry, Juan. That's Shawnee Kilgore. I see Shawnee's actually watching. That's cool. Thanks for listening in, Shawnee. And please check out Shawnee Kilgore, especially if you like that song. She's amazing. Now what'll I do? Have any more requests come in? Hills of Caledon. Thank you, Mary. That's okay, I like this one. Oh, wow. Yeah, E.J. Jones, who you mentioned. When is E.J. playing here? On the 14th. So it's Clandestine on the 12th, Piper Jones on the 14th here in the Mucky Duck. I was lucky to have E.J. Jones play whistles on this song. And Rich Brotherton played a lot of strings on this song, and Kevin Burke played fiddle. And it was on my last album, Rituals. And I wrote it as a love letter to home, to Boris, County Carlow, Ireland. And this is for anyone. If anyone is still up at whatever it is, 1:30 a.m., this goes out to you. It's called Hills of Caledon.
Drink from the cool red river, tie back your hair. Jump up from behind the tall grass and give me a scare. Always on my mind, pictures from the mountainside, rolling through the hills of Caledon. Do you remember when we built that little tree house without hammers or nails? As soon as the heavens opened, the little tree house failed. Always on my mind, memories from the mountainside, rolling through the hills of Caledon. and it took me a while, but now I can see that the people around made a difference in me. You gave me life, and you watched me grow, and you taught me the things I needed to know. Now I'm sailing away, away to be free, but the place where I'm from still lives within me. I just needed some time to be by myself, to stop following dreams meant for somebody else. When this hard life starts to take its toll, then I'll know the place where I wanna grow old. When I find the one to have and to hold, when I'm settling down, I wanna go home. To the hills of Caledon.
Thanks, Mary. Thank you very much. And I see Dennis Roach is tuning in all the way from Australia. I'm so used to having a screen when I'm doing gigs now and just reading comments all the time, so I'm sorry if I'm staring down at my phone looking at comments, but it's really fun to see who's tuning in, and it's great to have you, Dennis. This is a very recent one I wrote. It's called Just a Venial Sin, and I wrote this about politicians and the political scene at the minute.
Like a snake in the desert, you can shed your skin, and you couldn't care less about the state I'm in. Everything's right till you discover it's wrong, and then you stomp your feet to a different song. There's a bluebird singing all the cardinal hymns. When no one's left, you let the right one in. Freedom wants whatever freedom gets. You lie it down for the price of a cigarette. Now there's a crack in the ice. You're as subtle as a shotgun, and now you're exposed, lying naked in the hot sun. Ah, let's call it a win. It's just a venial sin. You said you'd swallow the gun, but all the dying is done. Since he turned 14, he'd been putting it away. He got himself a one-way ticket for a penny a day. Worked a part-time job on the Lower East Side. Upper class dreams in a working class mind. let's make a move. Send him back to where he came from before he's too old. It's better in the long run, and we'll call it a win. It's just a venial sin. You said you'd swallow the gun, but all the dying is done. Ah, let's call it a win. It's just a venial sin. You said you'd swallow the gun, but all the dying is done.
Thank you. That's another one that's going to be on the new album I mentioned earlier. I'm actually traveling to Nashville tomorrow. I'm going to spend a bit of time in Nashville with the amazing Billy Harvey, who's going to produce the album. And we have some world-class musicians playing, so look forward to all these songs being out next year, hopefully. And I'm very soon going to be starting a Kickstarter campaign where if you'd like to help me with the costs of this project, I will be offering a list of rewards. So stay tuned and I'll let you know when the Kickstarter campaign's happening. But I'm super excited for the next week. I'll do another song that's going to be on that album. What do I do with the... Here it is. And I wrote this one about a relationship that kept splitting up and getting back together, which is a recipe for disaster. And it's called Katie.
Katie, come over and show me the lover I knew. All this venom and hatred, it doesn't seem one bit like you. Katie, be kind, don't you leave me behind in the queue. Give me one chance to tell you how I'm feeling venomous too. Hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on. But Katie, give over, get up off my shoulder and run. Why don't you have it your way, and I'll play the villainous one. Yeah, I'll be an island with nothing below or above. We're 2 steps from freedom, we're 1 step from falling in love. So hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on. Katie, come over, let's leave all the venom behind. I was wrong and I'm sorry, but now that I've settled my mind, Katie, don't leave me stranded. I'm so heavy-handed with love. But this time it's different. There's nothing we should be scared of. So hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on. So let's pick up the pieces and let's stop keeping score. And Katie, I promise I won't break your heart anymore.
Thank you. Before I came to Houston, well, on the way down to Houston, I listened to Ben Jones doing all of Neil Young's Harvest, and it was fantastic. And this is a song I wrote with Ben Jones in February. It's called Feeling Indigo, and this is also going to be on the new album.
There's a smell here in the kitchen. There's stains on all the walls. The dirty dishes keep getting taller and taller, and I'm rejecting all my calls. Reasons to be grateful, reasons to believe. Well, these lists keep getting shorter and shorter and shorter, and I'm forgetting how to breathe. But nothing's gonna happen when you're saving all your rations, staring at a fork in the road, filled with indecision, feeding superstitions till your head explodes. You're feeling indigo. You're feeling indigo. For so long now I've been losing, 'cause I didn't know the game. Lately I've been studying up in the rule book, and so far all of the outcomes stay the same. I was daydreaming on the freeway, and this preacher was selling it well. He said, God save those who live in comfort, while all the sinners sink into hell. And nothing's gonna happen when you're saving all your rations, staring at a fork in the road, filled with indecision, feeding superstitions till your head explodes. You're feeling indigo. You're feeling indigo. And I don't wanna walk away. I'm just needing something true. When everything around is gray, but I'm not really feeling blue. I'm feeling indigo. I'm feeling indigo. I'm feeling indigo. I'm feeling indigo.
Thank you. Yes. Sometimes I get distracted because I'm like keeping up with the conversations happening on the stream. My dad is saying that he's feeling indigo. This is hilarious. My dad has fun. He called me yesterday morning. He was like, I had this dream last night, Pat, and you stepped out into a stadium and you were like, how's everybody feeling? And everyone shouted indigo back at you, and he thinks it's going to be this new craze, which it definitely won't be. But my parents are my biggest fans, and the sky is the limit with them. So thanks, Dad. I'm not glad you're feeling indigo, but thanks for trying to coin some kind of phrase. Maybe that's the secret. There's some merch ideas, Ted. Okay. Right. Yeah, absolutely. They can be indigo as well. What was that request that Rusty just showed me? The Shoals of Herring, okay. Here's another Irish one for you then. Well, actually, he's an Englishman who wrote this. One of my favourites, Ewan McCall, wrote this. And the story goes, he didn't actually write a word of this song. He just recorded fishermen off the east coast of England working, following shoals of herring, and he recorded their conversations for a few weeks, and he just transcribed them. And that's how this song came about. He just rearranged the sentences so that they would rhyme and make sense. And what happened was one of my favourite folk songs ever. I learned it from the Liam Clancy version. My dad actually brought me to see Liam Clancy when I was 13 or 14. He dragged me along. I didn't want to go. I didn't think it was cool. And he's one of the greatest folk singers of all time. Bob Dylan said he was the greatest folk singer of all time. So thank you, Dad, for dragging me to that gig. Liam Clancy died the following year. So it was one of his final gigs, and that's where I learned this one. So here's the Shoals of Herring. With our nets and gear we're faring on the wild and wasteful ocean. It's out there on the deep we harvest and reap our bread as we hunt the bonny shoals of herring. Oh, it was a fine and a pleasant day. Out of Yarmouth Harbour I was faring as a cabin boy on a sailing lugger, for to go and hunt the shoals of herring. Now you're up on deck, you're a fisherman, and you can swear and show a manly bearing. Take your turn on watch with the other fellas as you're hunting for the shoals of herring. Now we fished the swarth and the broken bank. I was a cook and I'd a quarter sharing, and I used to sleep standing on me feet, and I'd dream about the shoals of herring. Well, we left the home grounds in the month of June, and for Canny Shields we soon were bearing, with 100 cran of the silver darling, while we hunted after shoals of herring. In the stormy seas and the living gales, just to earn your daily bread you're faring, from the Dover Straits to the Faroe Islands,
and you're hunting for the shoals of herring. Well, I earned me keep and I paid my way, and I earned the gear that I was wearing. Sailed 1,000,000 miles, caught 10 million fishes. We were hunting after shoals of herring. You're a rope man now, or you're on the move, and you're learning all about seafaring. That's your education, scraps of navigation, as you hunt the bonny shoals of herring. Night and day the seas were faring, come wind or calm or winter gales, sweating or cold, growing up, growing old or dying, as you hunt the bonny shoals of herring.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. It's great to see Jer Maloney tuning in from home. Thanks, Jer, for staying up. It must be 2 o'clock in the morning. I suppose that's almost the ideal time to watch a stream. You're just sitting in bed, flicking through your phone, and up pops a gig. Okay. I suppose I have a few more songs. 8:10. We can do another few. Thank you, Jer. I'm going to do one that I wrote with Jamie Harris. Jamie Harris is a wonderful singer-songwriter. She was in Austin for a long time, and now she's in Nashville. And I was on tour with Beetroot Revival earlier this year, and Jamie came to one of the gigs, and the next day we met up and wrote this song, and she's amazing. And hopefully she might sing this one with me on the album, and it's called Losing Heart.
It ain't a mystery, well, she's got nothing to say to me. I've always been a loser, but I thought that I could keep her. And I remember when we moved in, every night I'd take you dancing, but now I just spin out of control. Blacked out and all alone, and it feels like my dreams are all dying in the rubble. I keep tripping up, I can't get very far. I know there's a dozen ways of staying out of trouble. I'm just finding it hard to make a winner of this losing heart. It's so hard to let the light in, when the morning feels like dying. It's too late to be the one she can rely on. A promise to a lover who's gone. It feels like my dreams are all dying in the I can't get very far. I know there's a dozen ways of staying out of trouble. I'm just finding it hard to make a winner of this losing heart. Well, this is not the way it was supposed to be. I remember when you said you were in love with me. Promise you I'd be with you through thick and thin. And now I'm forgetting how it feels to win. 'Cause my dreams are dying in the rubble. I keep tripping up, I can't get very far. And I know there's a dozen ways of staying out of trouble. I'm just finding it hard. Will I always be looking for the answer? Can we ever change who we are? If I could just stop staring at my feet through the bottle and pick my head off the bar, I'd make a winner of this losing heart.
Thank you. Okay, I'll do a couple more because I'm enjoying myself. It's nice to have monitors and a microphone and things that I've been craving. And people, sorry, third on the list is humans. No, that's number one. Jer, I hear you asking for the Roxabon. I did it earlier and I even mentioned you. I'm sorry you missed it. You can watch it back after, but thanks for your request. This next one's going to be the title of the album. I'll send this out to Samantha, who's watching in Austin. Thanks for tuning in, Samantha. You've heard these 4 times a day for the last 3 months, and you're still tuning in, so thanks. This is Into the Light.
Before I met you, I was cynical. Sleeping late, feeling miserable, stuck in a loop, easy decisions feeling difficult. You know that I was really suffering, looking down, thinking everything I did was for nothing. Friends thought I was so insufferable. I blame it all on myself. I took the easy way out. I never made any changes, tried to figure it out. What if everything's wrong? What if you're only right? You took me out of the dark and led me into the light. I read this story in a magazine. Things lose their magic after 16 years on the planet. I wrote a letter to the editor. Cause since I found you, things been going right. It's easier to sleep at night. I've always got you by my side, no matter the weather. I blame it all on myself. I took the easy way out. I never made any changes, tried to figure it out. What if everything's wrong? What if you're only right? You took me out of the dark and led me into the light. Hey! I blame it all on myself. I took the easy way out. I never made any changes, tried to figure it out. What if everything's wrong? What if you're only right? You took me out of the dark and led me into the light. Hey! You led me into the light. You led me into the light. You led me into the light.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. It's strange doing gigs on high stools again. All the way through my teens, I sang in pubs around the southeast of Ireland. It was my first job, and it's still my job. I've only ever made money from music. And I was in a band called High Stool Musical, which was a play on High School Musical. We thought it was very clever. And if Seamus O'Brien is watching in, I want to say a big hello to Seamus. He's an accordion player, and we played all the way through my teens. That's how I paid my way through college. And this high stool has taken me back to that. So I'm going to leave you with this one that's also going to be on the new album. And I want to thank you so much for tuning in, and thanks to the Mucky Duck for having me again. Just to remind you, they are feeding the front line. You can donate money to them, and they will use that money to buy a dinner for a frontline worker, and that's a great way to keep the Mucky Duck in business and to help the front line. So make sure you do that. And if you like the look of this t-shirt, which I'm sure you do, they're being sold at a reasonable price from their website. So get yourself one of those as well. Dennis Roach, that's right, I did. I watched Cars in Texaco. I watched Cars in Texaco in Boris, County Carlow. Texaco is that big a franchise. And then I actually worked with you, Dennis, in Country Quads for a few months as well. But since other than that, I've only played music. My load was oh so light. The road was long and I traveled day and night. My feet were strong and I'd walk through fire and ice, searching for you. When I found you, I was scared. The road disappeared and I was so unprepared. My strengths were down and your words sounded just like a prayer. And they went right through me. You took my hand, walked me out to see the sun.
We've been on this road forever, but the journey's just begun. Empty vessels disappear out on the sea, but I've got precious cargo, and I'm keeping it with me. Now when things don't go so well, when spirits fracture and tempers start to swell, I know she loves me and I love her as well. Things will be okay in the morning. Cause when treasure comes your way, you grip it tight through blizzards and hurricanes. And in the dead of night, when your demons keep you away, she'll pacify your burden. Didn't have much in my pocket, and what was left soon disappeared. I spent it all in taverns, chasing whiskey down with beer, gambling and wagering, and looking for a fix. But now I've got precious cargo, and I'm not taking risks. We're united, we're connected, we're a pair. Happiness is only real when it's shared. So take the lead and I'll follow you anywhere, if you let me. So let me take your hand, we'll cast our shadows in the sun. We've been on this road forever, but our journey's just begun. I give to you my everything, but be careful what you do, 'cause I've got precious cargo, and now honey, so do you. Honey, so do you.
Thank you. Thanks so much. I see Morris Cowan and Susan Cowan tuning in. I want to say a big hello to them. Absolutely. So thanks so much everyone for tuning in. I've really enjoyed this again. I think I'm going to be coming to the Mucky Duck very regularly, so stay tuned on that. Thanks for your tips and thanks for supporting this great venue. All venues like this need our support right now, so make sure you can give what you can afford, and I'll see you soon. I'm off to Nashville tomorrow to make this album, and I can't wait to show you all what happens. So thanks very much. Enjoy your week.